Are you at home this morning? It feels good to be home. It feels good to have a home. When I think about home, I think about my parents' house on the top of the hill on Vine Street in Wartrace. They've lived there 45 years. I think of my grandmother's house. That house has been in my family 100 years. I think of our farm. We've only been there 4 years, but it feels like home nonetheless. These people had a home. The Canaanites, they lived in the land of Canaan. Go figure. But I want to introduce you to someone who left their home. This is Terah and his son, Abram, and Abram's wife, Sarai. They lived in the Ur of the Chaldeans, far away from the land of Canaan. But apparently God talked to Terah. We don't know that for sure, but Terah moved his family toward the land of the Canaanites. But they stopped in a town called Haran. And in Haran they lived for a while until Terah died. And Abram and Sarai were left there in Haran. And we know that God talked to them. God talked to Abram and he said, leave your country, leave your family, leave all of your household and go to the land that I'm going to show you. He also said to Abram, I will make you into a great nation and I will bless you. I will make your name great and you will be a blessing. Whoever blesses you, I will bless, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. That's Genesis chapter 12, verses 2 and 3. Kids, you know that if you've been in focus. You can explain to your parents why it says peoples. Can you do that for me later? Like we said earlier, it feels good to have a home. And Abram looked forward to having a home, but when he went to the land that God was showing him, he realized others were already there. It was somebody else's home. So he lived in his tent, and he wandered around from place to place, and the people allowed him to live there. Then there was a famine. And Abram and Sarai needed food. So they went away to Egypt for a while, and there they lived and had some interesting times there. God was with them. God brought them back together and brought them back to the land that He had promised them. But still, the Canaanites lived there. And so Abram lived there with Sarai as a visitor, as an alien. But God continued to make promises to Abram. God said in Genesis chapter 13, Abram, lift your eyes from where you are. Look to the north, look to the south, look to the east, and look to the west. All of the land that you see will one day be yours. Your descendants will live there, and you will have so many descendants, so many children, that they will be like the dust of the earth. But that didn't happen in Abram's lifetime. Abram knew what it was like to wait for God. I wonder if you ever feel like you're waiting. I feel like I'm waiting sometimes. I wonder what waiting feels like to you. I also wonder what God is doing right now. I wonder what God is preparing. Is God preparing something special for you? What is God preparing for us? It's hard to wait, isn't it? But if the stories I read in the Bible are worth anything, then it'll be worth the wait. And as we wait together on God, I pray that the Lord will bless and keep you, that He will make His face to shine upon you. And as we wait through this week, may He give you peace.